Hi guys, it's Frankie from Frankie Tech. Good to see you guys again. And I'm here today, a little overcast here in Hong Kong, but a beautiful day indeed because I have a beautiful phone to share with you guys. This is the one you've been waiting for. Here it is, the Honor V20. Oh yeah, and your first look on Frankie Tech of the Honor V20. Look at that. And the main thing you want to see immediately, let's go right into it right here. There it is. There is the screen cutout on this phone. The punch hole camera that's going to define technology in 2019. Here it is for the first time on the second day of the year. I can't believe I got this phone as soon as I did, but I'm happy to share it with you guys first off here on Frankie Tech. So let me take the phone away for a second. Let me show you first off which version I got. So I got it's the China version, obviously, because there is no global version. That will be released on January 20th, if I'm not mistaken, in Paris. And so stay tuned for that. But I have the 8 GB of RAM version, 128 gigs of storage right here. And it's a pretty typical box. I will do a full unboxing of this phone when I do my 24-hour review. So stay tuned for that tomorrow, guys. But let's leave the box to the side now. And now have a look at this incredible, futuristic Honor V20. And so pardon with me here to any of you guys who haven't been to this channel. I do these Frankie Street Tech unboxings. I love just showing the phones right when I get them and share my first impressions to you guys right here. And my first impressions of this phone are incredible. This thing is unique to say the least, and at best it is the future of phones, and it is kind of just a clear sign of what the future will look like for 2019. And it's defined by this edge-to-edge display. There still is a little bit of a chin, as you see at the bottom here, but there's the punch hole camera, and it is a beautiful design indeed. Let's talk about that design right off the bat. So kind of put it down here and show you. There is that interesting V rainbow back there, and I normally am not a huge fan of these kind of glossy glass backs, but if they can pull off this kind of cool rainbowy color, you see it there, it's looking really nice. And let me try to turn it to the sun there so you can see it better. It looks really good here. Look at that. And so I think design wise, this phone is very nice. And you see at the top here, it does have this anodized edge though. I kind of appreciate that over the glossy edge. I think it gives a little bit more grip, but you can see there is an IR blaster, and most importantly, a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack at the top of this phone. I also like the kind of accented, kind of slightly textured power button, and the buttons feel clicky and they feel good. They feel good in the hand. I think this is really kind of a typical Honor phone here. I've seen this kind of design from the Honor Magic 2 and from some of the other phones I've tested. So you're not going to go wrong in terms of design for this phone. But the main thing is that really cool kind of back color there. They've kind of changed the branding here this year. It's more just kind of down at the bottom there with Honor and the fingerprint scanner on the back. And then you have your camera set up at the top there. But let's go right into it here. Display. This is the main part of the review here. And this display, just upon first appearance, it looks great. It looks really, it's an LCD. Now I will mention that. But most importantly here is that it's a 6.4 inch display, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have the specs in front of me. I'll do the full spec rundown when I do my video tomorrow. But this is just my first impressions here, and it looks great. And let's zoom in here on the punch hole camera. As you can see there, let's see if we can zoom in. And as you can see there is a little bit of like a black cutout, kind of black border around the camera itself. I think over time, they're going to improve these cutouts and make them smaller, more diminutive, more kind of like just, you won't even notice them eventually. Right now, you definitely notice it, as you can see there. And apologies for the autofocus issues there. You can clearly see that it's very much noticeable. Like, you will notice the cutout, and if you didn't think you would, well, you're mistaken But I still think this is a very unique and very kind of elegant solution to the notch that all of you guys hate. And I think, if anything, this is the best placement as well, because if this was in the middle, I really do feel that it would be more detracting than if it's on the side here. And most importantly, I kind of wish it was symmetrical to the edge, but that's a very small nitpick to say the least. And now let's talk about performance of this phone. This is the Kirin 980, 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of storage. So this is going to be performing to the same level as the Mate 20 Pro, the Mate 20X, and the entire Mate 20 series. And it's a 7 nanometer chip, so it was going to be future proof for a long period of time. And you see here, though, talking about the UI, it is running the China version of EMUI 9, if I'm not mistaken. Let's have a look here. And as you can see, the language is still not correct, but luckily for me, I can at least read a little bit of Chinese, and I can tell you that there it is, Android version 9 of the phone. It does have GPU turbo, and it is the Kirin 980, 8 gigs of RAM right there version. So we'll do a full deep dive in this, the UI kind of experience soon. But I'd say in terms of performance, it's going to perform great. Talking about audio now, I'll have to test the bottom speaker, as I mentioned, but the inclusion of the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack is a very welcome sight. And last but not least, let's finish with the Frankie Tech camera shot here. Let's take a photo of these guys playing a little bit of soccer here. Right here, you see the response was quick, and I can take a bunch of photos pretty quickly there. And I will have the UI set up in English tomorrow. But let's have a look at this shot right here. And there it is. It's looking pretty good indeed. I don't think this camera is going to be as such. I don't think it's going to reach the levels of the Mate 20X or Mate 20 Pro, but I think it will do a good enough job, probably to the level of the Honor Magic 2, to say at the very least. But we'll have to test this further as we put this camera and this phone through its paces. That's it for this video. Let me know, guys. This is an exciting phone, an exciting time, 2019. This is the future of phones right here, and your first look of the Honor V20 on Frankie Tech. Hit me up in the comments there, guys, with any questions you have about this phone, any kind of things you want to learn about it, and I will be happy to respond to them right there. So that's it for this video. If you liked it, give me that thumbs up, and if you love the content of Frankie Tech, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon for future updates. I'm coming back hard, guys, with a bang, 2019. And here it is, the Honor V20. Let me know what other phones you'd also like to see this compared to. I have the Vivo NEX dual display in my pocket, so if you want to see that comparison, let me know as well. Those are the two most futuristic phones I probably own right now, and I would love to make that comparison for you guys happen. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. And this is where I leave you by saying, this is Frankie Tech, signing off. Y'all have a good one.